Absolute Wealth. Real investors, real results.
Hey everybody, this is John Carter from Absolute Wealth. Let's take a look at what's going on. Obviously, a very unusual set of circumstances with what's going on in the marketplace. The last time that the markets were closed due to weather was in 1888, and they were closed for 2 days. And of course, I doubt that anybody's alive from that time to tell us, kind of what happened then. Of course, back then it was a lot different. There weren't computers and all that kind of fun stuff. And then the only other time that the markets have been closed, at least in my lifetime, on an unscheduled basis like that, was after 9/11. Now, after that, there was a lot of panic, and understandably so, because of it was more of an attack, where this is kind of a natural disaster. Now, what's been happening is that the futures sold off about the equivalent of almost 200 Dow points over the last couple of nights. However, once it became clear that, there were some rumors going around that the NYSE was flooded, the New York Stock Exchange was under 3 feet of water, and those all proved to be false. In fact, CNN was really bad at reporting this. It was kind of like they were just throwing stuff out there, and they were saying that the New York Stock Exchange, the floor was under 3 feet of water, and then you'd see on Twitter somebody that actually lived there was like, there's no water anywhere near the New York Stock Exchange. So that was kind of interesting in terms of what they were trying to push and stuff like that as well. But at this point, the question is what happens now? From a technical perspective, I have been looking for weakness. We did hit the first targets that I've been looking at. So now what I'd like to see is that if we can actually get any strength, especially up to about 143 on the spiders, then I'd like to kind of a little bit of a relief rally to then re-add some of those puts. So I continue to like the downside here, but just like you don't go up in a straight line. The same thing is true. You don't go down in a straight line either. Okay, so we're overdue a little bit here for a little bit of a pop, and using that to get, I'm looking for the downtrend to continue. Wednesday is the last day of the month. Typically, hedge funds like to spend the last 2 or 3 days of the month trimming up positions. Now they've only got 1 day. So, are they going to be unloading stuff or buying stuff? That's an unknown. This is not something that I've seen before in my lifetime, and it's kind of a hurry up and wait. There's a lot of earnings that have come out on stocks like Baidu. Those were released Monday. How is that going to be interpreted? And again, it's a little bit of an I don't know. I suspect at this point, though, because I've seen things like the euro currency rallying and a few other things like that, we're going to see a little bit of strength from the stock market, at least initially, and then we'll see how the market closes. Okay, so it's a little bit of a hurry up and wait day Wednesday to kind of see how the markets digest this news of all the weather that happened in New York, assessing the damage, and any impact it has on the trading. Okay, so we'll see what happens on Wednesday, and then be able to kind of, when I get a sense of where things close, have another update for you on Thursday. Okay, you guys have a good rest of the week, and we'll see you at the next update.